ज्ञानातिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरोन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं ददाति शुभदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरोन् वैष्णवांश्च। श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवम् श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान सहगणा ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितं श्री हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यो च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसदि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे मुखं करोति वाचालं पंगुं लंघायते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं जनतारणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरं नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिते नमोस्तुते सरस्वती गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे रसैष्ण्वादि पश्चात् देशतारिणे हरे कृष्ण। One minute. So can everyone see the session?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Thank you. So fourth chapter, fourth chapter Bhagavad Gita has four topics: eternal education, accurate understanding of Krishna Tattva, and the removing, the action and reaction, sukarma, akarma, vikarma, and the fine last one is sacrifice. So the fourth chapter starts with Krishna is telling, fourth chapter is starting with Krishna, the education basically, I gave Bhagavad Gita knowledge. I gave this knowledge to sun god Vivaswan. Imam vimasvate yugam proktavan hamaviyam. Vivaswan manave praha munikshvakave brvita. In knowledge, this I have given this knowledge to sun god Vivaswan. Vivaswan gave it to Manu. Manu, the father of mankind. Manu gave it to Ikshvaku. How many of you know Ikshvaku? Who is Ikshvaku? Does anyone know in area?
Rama's ancestors.
Yes.
Ikshvaku Kulatilaka.
Right. He's actually founder of Ikshvaku dynasty, but eventually it became, so there is a dynasty where Ram was born, So Krishna is telling Imam Vimasvate Yogam. So what society needs is the knowledge. The manual. Every society needs manual. When you go to take license, they give you a manual. So they give you a manual, and when you buy a food processor, they give you a manual. So for everything, they just give you a manual actually. So likewise, to run the society of people, we need a manual. That manual is actually, Bhagavad Gita, and Krishna is telling, In the beginning, I gave the knowledge to sun god. Actually, it's a good opportunity. First of all, sun god, like it's Surya, Chandra, they are not the names of the devatas, they are the positions. So, present sun god name is Vivaswan. Like today's moon god name is Soma. Today's Indra's name is Purandhara. So, these are all the positions, but not, these are all the positions, but not the names. And next Indra will be Bali Maharaj. So, Satyuga, Treta Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, Kali Yuga, put together 43 lakh 20,000 years. 43 lakh 20,000 years. How? Kali Yuga is 4 lakh 32,000 years. 2 times is Dwapara Yuga, 8 lakh 64,000. 3 times of Kali Yuga is Treta Yuga, 12 lakhs 96,000 years. And 4 times of Kali Yuga is 17 lakhs 28,000 years. All put together, one Divya Yuga is 43 lakh 20,000 years. So when this goes on for 71 Divya Yugas, that's called one Manvantara. The Manu changes. So Bhagavatam third canto, we read about Swayambhu Manu. The present Manu is actually Vaivasvata Manu. So 43 lakh 70,000 years into 43 lakh 20,000 years into 71. That is one Manvantara. That is when the Devatas we worship, Indra, Chandra, Varuna, they all die. Then next Manu starts, next set of Devatas come to rule. If this goes on for 14 times, 14 into 71 is close to 998. That is what almost 1,000 Divya Yugas. So almost the Divya Yugas, then Brahma says, I am sleepy now. The night also same. Another 1,000 Divya Yugas. Then Brahma lives like that, and into 365 into 100 years. So at the end of Brahma's day, there is always a partial devastation, pralaya. But at the end of night, at the end of Brahma's lifetime, then if this Mahapralaya, the 14 planetary systems are destroyed. And all the living entities, they merge into the body of Mahavishnu. But during partial pralaya, any living entities, any planet, the partial, because it's partial, few planets are destroyed. And those living entities, they merge into the body of Garbhodaksa Vishnu. This is mentioned in Gita in coming chapters. Bhutva bhutva praliyate. You are listening and understanding, right?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
Sometimes people ask, in the Hare Krishna mantra, why Krishna first, why Rama next? So Krishna is telling, I have given this knowledge to, I have given this knowledge to Sun God. Sun God gave it to Sun God. His name is Vivaswan. Again, his name comes in Aditya Hridayam. What is it? Rasmintam Savadhyantam Bhaskaram Bhuvaneshwaram. Imam Vivaswan. So Vivaswan name, Vivaswan name comes in Aditya Hridayam again. So that is Vivaswan is the name of the sun god. Sun god gave it to Manu. Manu gave it to Ikshvaku. In that lineage, Lord Ram was born. So these Divya Yugas, they continue actually. Satyuga is the first one. Then the second one is 2. So what is the second one? Dva. Dva means 2. Dvapara. Third one Treta. Fourth one Kali Yuga. But when Krishna comes, in every Yuga it goes like that. But when Krishna comes, Treta becomes second one and Dwapara becomes third one. That is the sign Krishna comes. One day of Brahma, 999 Yuga, Divya Yugas, Krishna doesn't come. Only one Divya Yuga Krishna comes. That is a proper understanding. Anyway, so so this knowledge, what I was telling, this knowledge runs the mankind, runs the society. So Bhagavad Gita was given to sun god, and so what happened? Guru to disciple, guru to disciple, guru to disciple, it was given, but over a period of time it was lost. The supreme science was thus received in the chain of disciplic succession, and the saintly kings understood it in that way, but in the course of time the succession was broken. Therefore, the science as it appears to be lost. The science as it is appears to be lost. So that's why actually Hridayananda Maharaj made one time that Bhagavad Gita knowledge by the time when the Mahabharata started, time started, it was lost. That's why so much the pure devotional service was not seen so much of demigod worship and all. So Krishna, as Supreme Lord, Supreme Personality of Godhead, is come again to revive that knowledge. Now using Arjuna on the battlefield, he is trying to impart the same knowledge to the mankind so that it continues. This knowledge continues in the chain of disciplic succession. So the word it's here. Can you see the chain? The word is here. Chain of disciplic succession. Somebody is actually there is some. Sugandharaj Prabhu. Sugandharaj Prabhu.
Prabhu, you should be able to mute him.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry. If I am the host, I can mute. Okay, that's fine. So, now because that is lost, Krishna is, Krishna is trying to revive the knowledge again. So just give me 1 minute. So this eternal education. So what is the history of this education? Krishna is telling Krishna himself. And this 4.2 and 4.78, Krishna speaks of the teachers, and the qualification is a devotee. We'll see that. And what is the success? He'll go back to Godhead. So Krishna, to revive that knowledge, is speaking again on the battlefield. So luckily we are in the same lineage, starting from Krishna only. I have a video here. So in our case, Krishna spoke this knowledge, gave this Vedic knowledge to Lakshmiji, gave the Vedic knowledge to Brahma, gave the Vedic knowledge to Lord Shiva and 4 Kumaras. So our Sampradaya comes in the lineage of Brahma. Brahma gave it to Narada, Narada gave it to Vyasadeva. I show that picture. Then Vyasadeva gave it to Madhvacharya. In that lineage, Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Gaur Kishore Das Babaji Maharaj, Saraswati Thakur, Bhaktivinoda Saraswati Thakur, Srila Prabhupada. So please watch this video.
Manufacture something. Manufacture something. Manufacture something. We simply repeat the words and the instruction given by the predecessor. Krishna instructed Brahma, Brahma instructed Narad, Narad instructed Vyasdev, Vyasdev instructed Madhyacharya, and in this way then Madhavendra Puri, Ishwar Puri, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then the 6 Goswamis, then the Srinivasa Acharya, Kaviraj Goswami, Narottam Das Thakur, Vishwanath Chakravarti, Jagannath Das Babaji, Bhakti Vinod Thakur, Gaur Kishore Das Babaji, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati, and then we are doing the same thing. There is no difference. That is the specific procedure of the Krishna consciousness movement.
So, can you hear the video, right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Manufacture
So we are in the disciplic succession of our sampradaya is called Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. So Krishna gave the knowledge. Prabhupada came to America and said, I am not any other guru. I am a 32nd guru in the lineage of God himself directly. You know? So basically we are in the lineage of Madhva Sampradaya. Madhvacharya's disciple and disciplic succession, there is Madhvendra Puri. Madhvendra Puri was a disciple of Lakshmipati Tirtha. And Madhvendra Puri initiated Ishwara Puri initiated Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and then our parampara continued. So it's an unbroken chain of disciplic succession. Interestingly, Lakshmipati Tirtha, Nityananda Prabhu also, though Nityananda Prabhu is Balram and Lord Chaitanya is Krishna himself, they received initiations actually. You know, Nityananda Prabhu from Lakshmipati Tirtha and Lord Chaitanya from Ishwara Puri. The way Krishna received initiation from who is Krishna's guru?
Sandipani.
Sandipani Muni. So who is Rama's guru?
Vishwamitra.
Vishwamitra.
Vasistha.
Vasishta is the Kula
Vashish.
guru. Vasishta is the Kula guru, but Vishwamitra, you know, is the one who trained now, initial days. But both
Yes,
actually.
Prabhu.
So, so this is the lineage in which the knowledge is actually, you know, the transferred guru to disciple, guru to disciple. Then, and here Krishna speaks about now what is the qualification? What should be our qualification? You know, what should be our qualification? The qualification is this. What should be the qualification to receive and acquire knowledge? You know, that very ancient system of science with the supreme is today told by me to you because you are my devotee. Bhaktosime. You know, so Krishna is telling Sayevayam maya tedya yoga prokta pratana bhaktosime saka cheti rahasyam hetuduttamam. This secret knowledge, what is telling? I am giving it to you because you are my bhaktosi. What is the qualification to understand Bhagavad Gita? Devotee of Krishna. You know, and is telling a transcendental mystery. This mystery, who can understand the devotee of Krishna? You know, sometimes we give Bhagavad Gita as a gift. What secret is there? Then how it is how it is secret? You cannot understand without Krishna's grace. To understand this, we have to, Krishna is telling, it should be in the lineage of Krishna. You should be devotee of Krishna. Then only you'll understand. What is the qualification to understand the Bhagavad Gita? A devotee, aspiring devotee. Hare Krishna. Then Arjuna asks a question. So, you know, and the question of Arjun leads to wonderful answers. Arjun says, Krishna, sun god, you know, is million-year-old, and we are more or less same age. How is it that you have instructed him in the science of Gita? Actually, we should ask questions. We should not, there is no small question or big question. We should clarify ourselves. You know? Then, how is that you know, you're hardly, you know, what we are of same age? But sun god has been there for a very long time. Then Krishna is telling, Bahunemi vyatitani, you know, vartamanani Arjuna. Sorry, Janmanita Vacha Arjuna. So you and I have taken so many births. Tanyaham Veda Sarvani, Natvam Veta Parantapa. Hey, I know we have taken so many births. You have taken so many births. But I can remember all, but you cannot, Arjuna. And here, then there is some knowledge about Krishna. Krishna is talking about himself. What is that? Krishna Advaitamachyutamana Divananta Rupam Adyam Purana Purusham Navayavanam Cha is Advaitam, non-duo. Achyutam, infallible. Anadi, he is there from beginning. You know, in fact, he is the beginning, he is beginningless. Anadi, but he is the Adi. You know, Ishvara Paramakrishna Sachitananda Vigraha. Krishna is the supreme controller, Krishna, Parameshwara. And he is Sachitananda, eternity, knowledge and bliss. Anadi, he has no beginning. He is beginningless. But he is the beginning of everything. Haribol, very important. He is the beginning of everything. Anadir, Adir Govinda. And he is the cause of all causes. Likewise, this verse is Purana Purusham. Very ancient. Is the oldest, but still very young. What is his name? Leonardo da Vinci. He made this picture of God. Because he thinks God is very old, he put a beard to the God. Now God, Krishna is the oldest, but Leonardo da Vinci did not know the quality of God. Krishna is the oldest, but he is always youthful, Navayavanam. You know, he is not easily attained. So Krishna is available to, is manifest to only pure and unalloyed devotees. You know, and his Krishna's forms are not easily understood to everyone. Durlabham. So Krishna is actually telling, you know, you don't know, Arjuna. We both have taken so many births, but I remember every birth, but you don't remember. You know, in fact, when Krishna was giving knowledge to sun god Vivaswan, Arjuna was there. And because Arjuna is also eternal. How many of you remembers what is the quality of Jiva? Sachidananda. Means what? We are also eternal. We are also knowledgeable. We are also blissful. How many of you agree we are eternal? Are we eternal?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay, we are eternal means what we should do? Should we continue the cycle of birth and death?
No, Prabhu.
No, Prabhuji.
So, then we should acquire this knowledge. Then Krishna tells in the same lines, just to let us, if you go a little bit underneath, Krishna tells, if you join this education, join this University of Bhagavad Gita education, Gita University, what is the outcome of the university? In the same verses, first 10 verses only Krishna tells. But let us see from Krishna, let us hear from Krishna. Krishna is telling, I am also taking births. Then you say, hey, you are also taking births. I am also taking births. Then what is the difference between you and me? Krishna is telling, listen carefully. This is what Krishna is telling. You know, actually this verse everyone should know. So Krishna is also taking births, we are taking births. But Krishna does not take birth like us. Krishna doesn't need father and mother to come together so that he'll take birth. One naughty boy asked, you know, if Kamsa is so scared, you know, he doesn't need to kill the children, just keep Devaki and Vasudeva separate in different rooms. That is it. That's what was there. That's what Kamsa did. Kamsa was not a fool. Still Krishna was born. Devaki and Vasudeva were chained. Devaki Vasudeva were chained. Still, Krishna appeared. So this is the verse. So Krishna appeared. For Krishna to appear, father and mother, they don't need to come together for his appearance. And second thing is, Krishna does not appear because of the karma. We appear because of the karma. And the second thing, why Krishna appears then? If we'll see why Krishna appears, let us see this verse. Ajo, Aja unborn. Ajo pisan avyayatma. Hey, first, what is Krishna telling? I am unborn. And my body, transcendental body, never deteriorates. Avyayatma. And I am also Bhutanam Ishwarapisan. I am the supreme controller. I am the lord of all the living entities. And Krishna, how does Krishna appear? Through his internal energy. In his original spiritual form. Ajo apisan avyatma bhutanam ishwarapisan. Pragati swam ishtaya sambhavami atmaya. So Krishna appears in his original form, spiritual form. It's a very interesting to know. Krishna, though he's unborn, he takes birth. And Krishna appears by his Atmamaya. He creates himself. He creates himself in his original form. That form is beyond birth and death. I have a question for all of you. Krishna is unborn. What about us?
We are also unborn.
Yes, we are a little piece of Krishna, therefore we are also unborn.
Okay, who will quote me where is that verse that says you're unborn?
Mame also Jivaloke?
Where is that in Mamavyasa Jivaloki it is said you are unborn?
Jiva Bhuta Sanatana.
Sanatana is eternal, but where is it telling, you are unborn?
In the second chapter, he tells you are never born, you will never die, you will never born. I mean, you'll live forever.
Na jayate mri.
Yes, that is a verse actually. न जायते मृते वा कदाचिन नयं भूतो भविता वा न भूयो. Same word, ajo nitya shariroyam purano hanyate anyamane sarire. We are also unborn. Aja. Nitya, we are also always there. Shashvatoyam, we are eternal. Then what is our birth? Happy birthday. Anybody? What is our birth?
Just the material body, Prabhuji.
That's it. We get the material body based on our desire to enjoy the matter, this material world. We just get a material body. That is it. Thank you. Very wonderful. So we are also unborn. Ajo nitya shariroyam purano. We are also purana, very old. We are also very old. Thank you. Very nice. Then, why I'm telling this is, it's very important. So let us understand about Krishna. So then Krishna is also taking births. I am also taking births. Then we are same? No. First of all, I told Krishna is taking birth not because of karma. Then he tells this famous thing we all heard in Mahabharata serial. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bharata abhyutanam dharmasya tadatmanam sruchamyaham परित्राणाय साधूनां विनाशाय च दुष्कृताम् dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavam yogi. Why Krishna appears again and again? Anybody?
Establish dharma.
Dharma sanstapna.
To establish dharma. To establish dharma in the society takes birth time and again and again. But to establish dharma, he creates himself. If it is Satyuga, he'll keep a different height. If it is Treta Yuga, he'll keep one height. If it is Dwapar Yuga, another height. If it is Kali Yuga, he'll keep another height. So that is how he creates himself. You're understanding, right? So, so Krishna basically, he creates himself to establish dharma in this world. Only when dharma deteriorates, people are in the society, there is a lot of destabilization, and devotees are people are hurried, so people harassed, not hurried. People are harassed. Then Krishna appears, and then the punchline of what is the advantage of so that is how Krishna appears. One, to give this education. Two, to kill the miscreants. Three, to protect the devotees. He did all the three when he came 5,000 years ago. Now, if you join this Gita University, and understand the knowledge of Gita, understand the knowledge of person speaking Gita, Krishna, what is the result? This is the result. One who knows the transcendental nature of my appearance and activities does not, upon leaving the body, take birth again, but attains my abode. So, if you join this Gita University, Gita classes, and understand Gita knowledge, understand Krishna, the Kathakar of Gita, Krishna is the one speaking Gita. If you understand Krishna's personality, what is Krishna's personality? Janma karma cha me divyam. Krishna's birth and activities are not material, they are spiritual. If you understand this one thing, Krishna's birth and activities are spiritual, divyam, not material. Otherwise, if you just understand that and realize that Krishna's birth and activities are spiritual, what's the good news? You don't need to take birth again. What's the good news? You don't need to take birth again. So if you have realized that Krishna's birth and activities are spiritual, you don't need to take birth again. How many of you are happy? Huh?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Amazing, right? If you know this one verse, Krishna's birth and activities are spiritual, you don't need to take birth again. Hare Krishna. So, what is the advantage? You don't need to take birth again. Janma karma cha me divyam yavam yaveti tattvata tiktva deham punarjanma naiti mameti. So, Arjuna, you don't need to take birth again. But again, Krishna is telling that to attain that state, to fully realize, Krishna's nature is a birth and activities are spiritual, transcendental. And what is Krishna telling? He is telling a process. How to go back to Krishna? Very nice. Vitaraga bhaya krodha. What you have to do? To realize Krishna's spiritual nature, this is what you have to do. What you have to do? You have to become free from attachment, fear and anger. And you should take shelter of Krishna. Be absorbed in Krishna, be absorb yourself in Krishna and take shelter in Krishna, refuge in Krishna. And then what happens? You will attain love for Krishna. Then what happens? You will go back to Krishna. Then what is the key point in this? Understand Krishna is spiritual. How many of you are understanding?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes,
Yes,
Prabhu.
Prabhuji.
Yes.
Thank you. So, simple. First thing, Krishna's birth and activities are spiritual. So Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Krishna overnight he created, he transferred when all the residents of Mathura, they were sleeping. And what is that? Jarasandha is going to attack. Jarasandha is already attacked. Kalayavana is attacking, and then the residents of Mathura will be tormented. So what Krishna did? Don't worry, I'll take care of both of them, but I don't want meanwhile my citizens to suffer. And what Krishna did overnight, he created a palace, Dwarka, in Arabian Ocean, and he transferred practically everyone in Mathura as it is. Zoop. I mean, their homes were transformed. When they woke up, it's the same home. But when they went out, they saw the beach. Ooh, this beach was never there before. Amazing. That is God, right? So the home is same, the rooms are same, children are same, family is same, clothes, everything same. But when you go out, different roads. And just if you go out, you see ocean also. Ooh. Imagine you get up in the morning and you see ocean. It was never there before. That is God. When needed, he lifted Govardhan hill. So when needed, he expanded himself into 16,108 and married all the, his devotees, ladies. So we should understand Krishna's birth and activities are spiritual. And we follow the Bhakti Yoga process. To follow the Bhakti Yoga process, what is our goal? Become free from Vitaraga Bhaya Krodha. Should become free from attachment, fear and anger. But we all agree we have attachments, we have fears, and we have anger problem. That's okay. Continue doing sadhana, you become purified, and eventually you will attain love for Krishna and you'll go back to Krishna. That is the first topic of this chapter. Has 4 topics. Now, what is the second topic? 11 to 15 verse. 11 to 15th verse is 1 minute. 11 to 15 verse is understanding, accurate understanding. What is accurate understanding? Let us see. What is the first topic we saw today? What is the first topic we saw today? Education.
Yes, education.
Okay, let us see. I'll ask a couple of questions. Those who have answered, please don't answer. This education, Krishna started, and whom did he give this knowledge first?
Vivaswan.
Vivaswan. And Vivaswan gave it to whom?
Mano.
Gave it to?
Ikshvaka.
But Ikshvaka gave it to whom?
It was discontinued.
No, it was not discontinued. Then what he did, he continued. So they're all Rajarishis. They continued.
Okay.
So they continued, and because they're all kings, Rajarishis, that knowledge was continued, and eventually it was lost. So Krishna gave it to Arjun now. So Arjun and Arjun also, Maharaj Parikshit became the king eventually. Dharmaraj became the king, and they spread the knowledge. So this knowledge continued in the disciplic succession actually. Anyway, the next question: what is the difference between Krishna and us?
Quality and quantity, Prabhuji.
What is the quality? What is the quantity? What is the difference?
Prabhuji, Satchitanand, Prabhuji. Krishna and us, we are Satchitanand, but we are a tiny drop of water, but Krishna is ocean.
You are giving example.
Yes.
No, I'm talking about 2 days.
The 6 opulences, Prabhuji.
No, I'm talking about today. No, that you're talking about today. Today's class I spoke 10 points. Sorry, we spoke about that 11 verses, 10 verses we discussed, with regards to Krishna's birth.
We all born because of karma. Krishna
The
did.
He's born.
activities and body is transcendental.
No, somebody speaking actually.
We all born because of karma.
Yes.
Krishna didn't come because of karma. He came fish, Arjun.
He does not need
And
parents.
he doesn't need parents' union to come to the planet.
Very
And
nice.
he doesn't need to do any action as well.
That is, we'll see that later, but I didn't say that yet, but we are talking about his, according to his births. Yes, Krishna doesn't need parents, and
Birth and actions are transcendental.
yes. Okay. And in our case?
In our case, it will incur more karma.
Correct. So in our case, we take birth because of our karma, and we come to the existence by the parents' union. Fantastic. And what is the advantage of studying Gita under Krishna's devotee? When if you study Gita under Krishna's devotee, if you understand, what is that one quality we should understand to not take birth again?
Krishna's birth and his qualities.
Or
Devotion, bhakti.
Krishna's activities,
Spiritual, not
transcendental
material.
activities.
no, somebody's telling.
Bhakti.
Krishna's birth and activities are transcendental. They're divyam. They're not material. If you understand this one quality, if you realize that, you don't need to take birth again. Haribol. So it's amazing. So that's the point. Thank you very much. Wonderful. And now, this is very important. To realize Krishna's birth and activities are transcendental, and to attain love for Krishna, these are the three qualities we need to develop. What is that? Vitaraga Bhayakrodha. We should become free from attachment, fear, and anger. So for that, we need to do sadhana. And my last question is, Krishna gave the knowledge to four people. And what is our connection to Krishna?
We're part and parcel of
Body of
Krishna.
Vaishnavism.
Only one person, only one person.
Brahma Prabhuji.
Krishna gave knowledge to Brahma, yes. Krishna also gave knowledge to three
Our
more.
connection to Krishna is that we are the disciples of the 32nd disciplic succession Acharya.
Okay, but where is Prabhupada coming from?
He's in isn't he the 32nd disciplic succession from Krishna?
True, but I'm asking.
Gaudiya Sampradaya.
Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya.
Yes, Krishna gave knowledge to four sampradayas. Four people, these four people started their own sampradayas. Krishna gave knowledge to Brahma. We are Brahma Madhva Sampradaya. What is our connection? Actually, our Madhva lineage. But what is our connection? Who is the personality who connected Gaudiya Sampradaya to Madhva lineage?
Madhvendra Puri.
Madhavendra Puri, exactly. Madhavendra Puri is the one who connected. Who is the connection between Madhavendra Puri is the disciple of Lakshmipati Tirtha, who is actually in Madhu Sampradaya, and Madhavendra Puri is the one. He is introduced Radha and Krishna worship. He is a seed of love of God. Fantastic. So ours is a Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. Fantastic. And what are the other three sampradayas?
Shri Sampradaya, Kumar Sampradaya, Rudra Sampradaya.
That's it. So thank you very much. Very nice. Now, what is the accurate understanding? Now Krishna is talking about himself. 11th, 12th, of 13th, 14th, 15th verses. So, ye yathamam prapadyante. As you all surrender unto me, I reward them accordingly. Whatever way you approach Krishna, the way you approach Krishna, Krishna will react with you. Krishna will act with you that way. Everyone follows my path in all respects. So we'll go to the presentation. So basically, absolute truth is three words: Brahman, Paramatma, Bhagavan, right? Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. This is a absolute truth. So Brahman is Krishna's bodily effulgence. Yasya Prabha Pravato Jagatanda Koti, Koti Swasesha Usdadi Vibhuti Vidnam, Tad Brahma Nishkalamanantam Sesha Bhutam Govinda Madhapurushandam Bhajami. Paramatma is his localized feature, and Krishna is his original person, Bhagavan, right? So now, the accurate understanding, the way you surrender to Krishna, Krishna rewards you accordingly, you know. So if you approach Krishna in Shantaras, Krishna will react as, deal with you in that Shantaras. In the spiritual world, all the planets, Kalpavruksha trees, Kamadhenu cows, the parrots, peacocks, they're all in Shantaras. If you approach, they deal with Krishna in Shantaras. And if you approach Krishna in Sakhyaras, he'll deal with you in Sakhyaras way. If you approach Krishna in Vatsalaras, he'll deal with you in if you take Krishna as your friend, he'll become your friend. If you take Krishna as your son, he'll become your son. But if you take Krishna as your lover, he'll become your lover also. I'm gonna understand. So whichever way you approach Krishna, Krishna will reciprocate with you that way. You're understanding? So what is that? And also, for example, whichever way you deal with Krishna, that way Krishna will reciprocate. But some people, they do not know this. What they do, Krishna means pure bhakti. Krishna means you want to attain the love of God, and you eventually want to go back to Godhead. But some people, they don't want pure bhakti. They have material desire. What they will do? Kankshita karmanam siddhim yajanti hadevata kshipram hi manushe loke siddhir bhavati karmaja. Some people, they don't want, they want, success in the material world. They don't want pure bhakti. What they do? They worship devatas. They worship devatas. There is one more verse about devatas. Kamaste jnanam prapadyante anya devata. Those people who have material desires, they worship other devatas. Why? They want to enjoy the dead matter in this world. They want to enjoy the dead matter. They want to be the lords. Ishwarahum aham bhogi. I am in my own world, I am the God. So, but I want this, I want that, I want this, I want that. I'll worship devatas. Example is Hiranyakashipu, Ravana. They worship devatas. To get what? Kingdoms, power, position. But they were removed from this world long ago. So it's better to worship Krishna actually. So, and Krishna is talking about, Varnashram Dharma. This is the, again, Krishna is speaking about three modes. One time, three modes are spoken in Bhagavad Gita, 2nd chapter, briefly. But again, Krishna is, Krishna, 4th chapter also, Krishna is mentioning about three modes. So we will talk about three modes. The 13th chapter is where three modes are discussed. But Krishna has created a Varnashrama Dharma. So Krishna is the one who has created it. But Krishna does not come under the influence of Varnashrama Dharma. Prabhupada came to America. And one Westerner told, why are you, bringing, the division in our society? Prabhupada said, I am bringing a casteless society. He is telling I am bringing a casteless society actually. So, this is very technical, of course, because it was not properly applied, it was followed initially very well, but later it was not properly followed. It has become the thorn in the so-called Sanatana Dharma, Hinduism. So, three modes of material nature, Brahmana is in mode of goodness. Brahmana is in mode of goodness, and Kshatriya is in a mode of passion, and Vaishya is a combination of goodness and combination of Raju and Tamoguna, passion and ignorance. Shudra is ignorance. So based on 3 modes, Krishna divided this varnashram system. Varnashram means 4 varnas, 4 ashramas. How many varnas? 4 varnas. What are the 4 varnas? Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Sudra. What are the 4 ashramas? Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyas. Varnashram system was created for the spiritual elevation of the humanity and eventually raised to the platform of transcendence and facilitate them going back to Godhead. That is the goal of Varnashram Dharma. Not enjoy this world. But of course, when you have a clear demarcation, then people based on their modes and natures, they leave this world. But if they keep Krishna in the center, Bhakti in the center, they'll go back to Godhead. How many of you are understanding?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, one question. So, Varnashram Dharma, what is the goal of Varnashram Dharma? Okay, first of all, what are the 4 Varnas?
Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra.
Perfect. What are the 4 ashramas?
Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyasi.
Very nice. Now the next question is, what is the goal of Varnashram Dharma?
Spiritual elevation.
Spiritual elevation.
So that they can help each other. For example, Brahmanas give knowledge to everybody. Shudras work for everybody. And Kshatriyas protect everyone so that they can, exactly like Prabhuji said, spiritually elevate everybody together.
Coexistence. Very nice. But what is the ultimate goal of Varnashram Dharma? One is Varnashram Dharma facilitates the smooth functioning of the society. Yes, no doubt. When you identify your nature, Swabhava, then you work accordingly. That's very good. But what is the ultimate goal of Varnashram Dharma?
Prabhuji, self-realization and harmony and balance in the society.
Harmony and balance is for sure, I told. Self-realization, go back to Godhead. So you identify your Varna, you identify your ashrama, 25 years brahmacharya, strictly follow sense control, then 25 years marriage, and 50 to 75 is vanaprastha, wife and husband they take vanaprastha, and 75 to 100 sannyas. But of course today Varnashram Dharma is not possible to it's not possible to implement. Prabhupada actually wanted, Prabhupada said my second half of my preaching is based on Varnashram Dharma, but of course he left the world. Then Prabhupada one time he said, Varnashram Dharma is difficult to apply in this world because Varnas are so much mixed. So Prabhupada chant Hare Krishna and strictly follow Bhakti Yoga, will go back to Godhead. Varnashrama charavataha purushena parapuman Vishnu aradhyate panta nanyat tattosha karanam. You are whichever Varna you are, whichever Ashrama you are, whatever may be your Swabhava, you do your job, you maintain your family accordingly. But the goal of life is to attain the love of Krishna. That is the goal of Varnashram Dharma. And Krishna is telling, I have created it. But I am not part of Varnashram Dharma. No, I am above the society rules. You know? Then, excuse me. Then the 14th and 15th verse. Krishna is talking, Name karma nilimpanti, name karma phalespraha. There is no work that affects me. And I don't aspire for any fruits of action. One who understands this truth about me also does not become entangled in the fruity reactions of work. So what is Krishna telling? What is Krishna telling? Namam karmani limpanti name karma phalespraha. Itimam yobjanati karmabhirna sabhadyate. Krishna is telling, don't think Krishna has any goals. Krishna doesn't have any goal. Krishna doesn't have anything to achieve. How many of you are listening? So Krishna doesn't have anything to achieve. You know, Krishna doesn't have any goals. You know, so there is no work that affects me. Krishna is beyond three modes. And so Krishna doesn't need any fruits of the work that he does. If you just understand Krishna this way, you will never become entangled in your fruitive activities. Understand Krishna is about three modes. Understand Krishna doesn't need any result. Understand Krishna is not bound by any of his work. Amazing. Because why I'm telling this is Mahabharata. Sometimes people who watched Mahabharata serial, Krishna is a politician. Do you think Krishna is a politician? Huh?
No, Prabhuji.
No.
Oh, Prabhu.
Then what is Krishna then?
He is the Supreme Personality of Godhead.
Bhagavan.
Everybody's well-wisher.
Okay. Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. He has created Varnashram Dharma so that we are all elevated to go back to Godhead actually. So Krishna doesn't have any other thing to do. And the last verse in Krishna's right understanding is now all the liberated souls in the ancient times acted upon this understanding of my transcendental nature. Therefore, you should perform your duty following their footsteps. Krishna is telling you are not the only one listening. So many people in the past, they understood Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead. Krishna doesn't have anything to achieve. There is no activity that binds Krishna. You know? So if you understand this, then many people in the past, they understood and they did sadhana, keeping Krishna as their goal. And they attend Krishna once they attend the love of God. So if we understand what are we discussed and apply in our lives, we don't need to take birth again. That is the second section. Third section.
I got a quick question. So, if Krishna doesn't have any aspirations, how do the living entity gets those aspirations? How does that quality, from where they get this quality? Like all of us have some aspirations.
Okay. So Krishna doesn't have aspirations. What it means is, for example, there is a Purushabodhana Upanishad. Purushabodhana Upanishad says, Bhagavan is Nitya Leela Rakta. Nitya Leela Rakta means, so one thing is there, Krishna, what is the thing? Eternity Sachitananda, eternity, knowledge and bliss. So Krishna, so the bliss is there. So for that in the spiritual world, Krishna does only one thing. There is an interaction between, he performs different leelas, in the company of his devotees. Because Anandamaya Abhyasa, the nature of Krishna is reservoir of pleasure. So Krishna attains it by the interactions with his devotees. So that love, when it comes into this world, we had that love for Krishna. When it comes into this world, we want to attain that. We try to lord over. We imbibe that nature, but it is converted in the form of lust. When it becomes when it is transformed to lust, we want to attain things. We want to attain things, trying to lord over the nature. Krishna lords over the nature because that is his qualification. Because he created it, he maintains it and he destroys, out of his duty. But the same love we have, when we came to the, because we expressed envy towards Krishna, that quality becomes as I said, love becomes a kama. Prema becomes kama. Then we develop all this to, we develop the desire to lord over, control all these things. Understanding?
So probably just to follow up onto that, so those are kind of the material aspirations. I was talking about even devotees having aspirations of going back to Godhead, or even establishing that relationship with Krishna, right? Those are also some sort of aspirations that we get when we have little bit of advancement into this path of spirituality, right? But there's a aspiration which is not just material aspiration. This is now spiritual aspiration. So,
Spiritual,
but
okay, got it, Roger. No, finish it. I'm sorry.
no, that's what I was saying. So there, if Krishna doesn't have any aspirations, how do we get aspiration? Basically, these aspirations motivate us to lead to this path, right? Like we wanted to go. I want to go back to Godhead. I want to basically, or even on the spiritual path, we have those aspirations which motivates us. So
Okay.
I'm just trying
No,
yeah.
I got your point. Prabhuji, actually, here I do not aspire for the fruits of action. Fruits of action means, basically, let me see this. Name karma name karma phale spruha. So we have aspiration because Krishna wants us to come back to. Again, that's what I said. In the Purushabodh, in the spiritual world, Krishna he performs unlimited leelas with his devotees. Um, um, so it is his desire that we want him to, he wants us to come back. So yeah, aspiration, what he means, what he means here is, okay, I want to start a company, and I want to grow the company into $10 million company, to $20 million, to $100 million company. Then I want to make it big. That sort of thing is not there, because he's full in himself. Oh, Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamada Purnameva Visishyate. He's full in himself. But one thing is there. You want to call it aspiration, I have no problem. Krishna wants all of us to go back to Godhead. So, but what exactly this verse means is, like for example, I want to go to America, and I want to get this, and then I want to make some money. Then I want to make money. Then with that money I'll open a company. And with that so the company I'll grow it. I'll grow it big and big and big, big and big. So that type of things are not there with Krishna actually. There is struggle in all these things. One thing Krishna wants is, he wants all of us to go back to him and enjoy with him. That's it. So, but there is no like a construction of second floor, third floor, fifth floor, seventh floor. It's not like that. It's not there. Because he's full in himself. But we should know this. Aspirations. What is that? Krishna has desires. Krishna has feelings. Krishna is not inert. You should know that. What? You're understanding or not?
Yes,
God is sentient. He has feelings. He has feelings. That's why I said, you want to call it aspiration, I have no problem. So like he wants all of us back to him. And actually, what he wants, practically all the people in the material world, there's all this crores and crores of population. He wants them to go back to Godhead and be with him and enjoy with him. Because there is a relationship, he wants all of, actually, Prabhupada says this, more than we want to go back to Godhead, Krishna wants us to go back to him. That is Krishna's desire. But again, use the word aspiration I told. So okay, I'll build one more universe, I'll build this, then I'll put people there, then I'll slowly, and I'll increase happiness. In fact, whatever we do, we do it with a motive to earn money, name and fame. But what? To enjoy with others. Why do you want to make money? So that you spend that money with your near and dear ones, maybe your spouse and children. So then you go through the hard work. So that type of thing is not there. Okay, now you got 20 million, 30 million, 40 million. So that type of thing is not there. But the spiritual aspirations that we have, it is because Krishna wants us. Definitely. Shraddha to Prema. Krishna wants us. Hey, in 2 weeks, you attain Shraddha, Nishtha, Ruchi, Asakti, Bhava. Prema, you attain it. Krishna has the desire. You know. But it is not fruitive. Fruity means you work this much, you get this result. You work this much, you get result. That type of thing is not there in Krishna. Krishna is in full himself. Any desire he has, it is fulfilled. He doesn't need to work. And because he is above 3 modes, and no work is binding to Krishna. You understanding?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you so much for explaining.
Right. So that is about the second section we finished. And then now we are going to the third section, which is very interesting and important, the karma portion. What is the third topic? Removing reaction 16 to 24. You're all with me so far?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So 16 to 24 is, no, Krishna is telling, I don't have any aspirations. I mean, I don't need to go for any fruitive. Actually, I want to add, the Prabhuji asked one more thing. So fruitive means what? You want to fruit. But there is one more thing. You can work without expecting anything. Then why karma? That's where the karma topic is coming into existence. What is connecting the second topic to third topic? Karma. Why are we getting bound in the cycle of birth and death? Karma. I want this. I want this. Why you want this? You want to enjoy that. Why? When you enjoy, what happens? I am the Lord. You are the Lord. Okay, great. Then we stay here. Then how to make sure I want to work? Still that work doesn't bind. The answer is give the result to Krishna. If you don't cultivate the habit of giving the result to Krishna, if it's a good activity, you'll have good karma. If it is a bad activity, you will get bad karma. Both will keep you in this world. Don't try to become Krishna and enjoy results in this world. How many of you are understanding? So the 16th to 24 is about, I'm repeating again. Krishna doesn't have any desires. Krishna does not need to be fruitive. And Krishna is about 3 modes. And Krishna comes to establish dharma. Krishna comes to this world again and again only to establish dharma. Krishna implements his plan and goes back. Because he's above 3 modes, anything that Krishna does not bind him. I'll give a small example. For that reason, because he's above 3 modes, Krishna doesn't have any attachment or affection. Shishupal, throughout his life, Shishupal was envious of Krishna. Shishupal was envious of Krishna. But when Krishna killed Shishupal, what happened to Shishupal? Shishupal attained Sahajya Mukti. The soul, Shishupal's soul, entered the body of Krishna. That has surprised so many sages, including Maharaj Yudhishthir. Wow. Why? Krishna is about 3 modes. Whichever you approach God, the end result is good only. That's why it's better to, there is small distinction, no doubt. Rupa Goswami mentions it. Shishupal meditated on Krishna all the time, out of envy. Kamsa meditated on Krishna all the time, out of
Fear.
Fear.
Fear. Very good. Shishupal actually envy and anger actually. Kamad, bhayad, snehad, krodad. Kama, snehad, bhayad, krodad. Yes, that is the verse. So interesting because Kamsa and Shishupal, they didn't worship Krishna. They are pratikula, not anukula. Still, can you believe Shishupal always was blasphemous to Krishna actually. He was blaspheming Krishna. Still he attained perfection. Sort of perfection. Sahaj Mukti, of course. But if you approach Krishna in Anukula way, Anukula means gopis out of love and yadus out of a familial relationship, family relationship, friendly relationship. They went back to Godhead. That small difference is there. Now, so what is this topic leading to? This topic is leading to how do you make sure your work does not bind you to the cycle of birth and death, but your work liberates you. I'm enough for understanding, because this is the introduction to the next topic.
Yes, Prabhuji.
So most of the time we work. We need to work. All the time we work because of 3 modes. But how to make sure our work is not binding us, but liberating us? So then Krishna says, sirs, there are 3, sirs and ma'ams, there are 3 activities, 3 types of karmas. What are the 3 types of karma? Sukarma, akarma, and vikarma. What are the 3 karmas?
Sukarma,
Karma, akarma, vikarma.
Just give me 1 minute. I have a question for you. There is one organization in India that says all paths lead to the same destination. Is that true? Exclusivity, there is only one path. Pluralism, all paths are same. Bhagavad Gita, unity in diversity. What do you think?
false. All are false.
Huh?
All are false.
Inclusive.
Okay, which one is right then? Inclusive. There is one organization that says you worship anybody, end result is same. Is end result same?
No.
Okay. Very nice. No. So some people say ours is the only way. That is also wrong. So inclusivity means eventually, what is that? Ravindra Swarup Prabhu, Srila Prabhupada disciple, Guru in ISKCON, he says nice point actually. Sanatana Dharma, or today we call it Hinduism, is a very positive religion. Christianity says, you have only one life. If you don't accept Jesus, you'll go to hell eternally. He says that is a negativity of that religion. But in Sanatana Dharma, what we call it today, Hinduism is so positive. Sanatana Dharma is so positive. Even a worst enemy, a worst demon, you are like, they're like Duryodhana, Ravana. They're so cruel every birth. They rejected Krishna every birth. But why? Sanatana Dharma is positive. In one lifetime, Krishna kills them and they'll attain liberation. Haribol. Amazing. But people should not take that path. I'll remain cruel so that one day I'll be liberated by God. That is very bad because it takes very long time. but it is inclusive. Okay, you worship demigods. Eventually, that demigod worship slowly reach you to path of bhakti, and eventually you'll be liberated. So all paths are not same. There is only one path, that is also wrong. But inclusivity means, whichever karma kanda to karma yoga, karma kanda to sakama karma yoga to nishkama karma yoga to jnana yoga, dhyana yoga, or ashtanga yoga, and bhakti yoga. Finally, you'll go back to Godhead. That is fine. You're understanding? So anyway, we have seen this 11 to 15 in accurate understanding. We've already seen this. So God is Krishna and his incarnations of Vishnu Tattva. Devatas are, Surya, Indra, Ganesh, and Indra. And we are living entities, Jiva Tattva. So we have seen this actually. One more point I want to add, I forgot actually, that's why I'm showing. Varnashtam Dharma, what is that? Is Krishna created Varnashtam Dharma not by birth? That is one point I forgot to mention. Varnashtam Dharma is not by birth. Varnashtam Dharma is based on
Guna karma.
Yes. Thank you. What's your name, Prabhu?
Karnan.
Chaturvarna Maya Srishtam Guna Karma Vibhagasha. So 4 Varnas are based on character and activity. Not by birth. That has ruined Hinduism actually. Guna and Karma. Very nice. So, then what happens in the societies when it is very nicely divided based on their swabhava and activity, then there is a smooth functioning, So, these are the couple of points I forgot to mention. But again, Varnashtamacharota Purshana Parpuman Vishnu Aradhyate. Whichever Varna you are, whichever ashrama you are in, you worship Krishna or Vishnu. Pantan Anyatattva. So now, that being said, Krishna doesn't have any action to perform, because he's about 3 modes. But unfortunately, we are in 3 modes. Name karmani limpandi name karma phale is for Krishna. But we are in, sattvatamo rajogunas. And there are 3 activities. Now, the third section we are seeing, one is understood to be in full knowledge, whose every endeavor is devoid of desire for sense gratification. What binds us up in this material world? This word. I'm sorry. Sense enjoyment. I want result and I will enjoy the result. But, if you perform the work understanding Krishna is the enjoyer, you give the fruits to Krishna, then you will not get the reaction. Hare Krishna. Listening?
Yes.
Okay, now I'll tell you, so action in inaction. What is action? What is inaction? Even intelligent people are bewildered. Intricacies of action, actually we'll see this. So sometimes, I told you, what is keeping in this world? Fruitive action. Means we want fruit and we want to enjoy the fruit. Means we want to stay on the path that I am the enjoyer, I am the controller, I am a mini God in my life. Even somebody is a devotee, or somebody is trying to be pious. Krishna is God, I'm not denying, but in my life I am my God. I am God. I'm a mini God, miniature God. Then what happens? This type of attitude pushes in the cycle of birth and death. Now, that's why one who can you see this? One who sees inaction in action, action in inaction, he is intelligent among men. He is in the transcendental position. So basically, okay, see this. Every intelligent, even in intelligent people, are determining what is action, what is inaction. Now I shall explain to you what action is, knowing which you shall be liberated from all misfortune. Krishna is telling you work, but don't take the result of the work. Otherwise, in other words, your life is good karma, bad karma, good karma, bad karma, good karma, bad karma. You're writing it. By the end of the life, you have 49 good karma, 51 bad karma. There is some suffering, some enjoyment. Next life also, 59 good karma, 41 bad karma, again like this. What is the goal of life? Hey, I don't want good karma, I don't want bad karma, sir. I don't want any account in this world. Then how to make your karma zero? That will take us to, if you all wait, I'll show another presentation which will explain karma. But as I show the presentation, just give me 1 minute. Can everyone see this screen?
Yes, Prabhuji.
So basically, karma or karma, whatever is mentioned in Vedas, Vedic knowledge, if you follow the Vedic injunctions, it will bring you punya, which Indians know very well. But if you act against the injunctions of Shastra, it will give you bad karma. So if you act against the Shastric injunctions, it will give you bad karma, bad reaction, papam, pap. But Indians do not know karma means spiritual actions that don't have any reaction. Many people say, one day one person came to a temple and he asked me, we need your temple for 3-4 hours, how much should I pay? I said, what is the activity? We want to, all the Brahmins, we want to give them Brahmin thread. We do it once a year. There are other temple. Yeah, actually there are other sampradaya also. I said, free. Really? Yes. It's free. Really? Yes. So 5-6 hours, I don't need anything from you. Then what he did, the next day he came, and so I just went upstairs and he introduced me to some of the people and said, he will get a lot of punya. He is giving this room free of cost, this hall, upstairs hall free of cost. I told him, no, sir, I don't want punya. I don't want punya for what we have done. What I want, I am doing this for the pleasure of Krishna. I am doing for the pleasure of Krishna. Means I want a karma. I don't want punya. I don't want papam, papa. But what I need? A karma. So just give me 1 minute. I want to take you to, I'll show you one more presentation on a karma. What do you see?
Newton's third law.
Okay. So now we are talking about 3 karmas. Karma, akarma, vikarma. So we are going to see this. What is the definition of karma?
Whatever we do, whatever we talk, everything comes byproduct karma.
Okay, can you see this? Some are born rich in this world. Some are born poor in this world. Some are born strong. Some are born weak. Some are born beautiful. Some are not so beautiful according to body. Some are born with a lot of food. Some don't have anything to eat. Some have good education. Some don't have anything. Some are fair. Some are not fair. Some stay in the mansion. Some stay in the huts. Some are born to rich parents. Some are born to poor parents. Is God responsible, partial, cruel? So that's why we need to discuss karma. You know? So God is compared to judge. Same judge awards rigorous imprisonment to one, and another same day he awards compensation to other. What, judge is partial or what? No, he's not partial. So judge gives different judgments based on the activities of the individuals and the laws of the land. So Krishna makes it very clear. Again, 9th chapter. I envy no one, nor am I partial to anyone. I am equal to all, but whoever renders service unto me in devotion is a friend, is in me, I am also a friend to him. So Krishna is impartial, like government, So Krishna, I love you, 50%. Krishna says, I love you 50%. Krishna, I love you 75%. Krishna says, I love you 75%. So Krishna is what? Very neutral. But if you consider Krishna as friend in devotion, he'll consider you as friend in devotion. That's it. Samoham sarabhudeshu name dveshwasti na priya. Ye bhajanti tumam bhaktya maite teshu chapyaham. We should understand Krishna. It's not easy though. So why I'm telling this is Krishna is presented in everyone's heart as Paramatma and is watching our activities. Now the definition of karma. What is the definition of karma? Every action has equal and opposite reaction. Is not only Newton's third law, but it is nature's law also. Means whatever you sow, if you sow tomato seeds, you'll get tomatoes. If you sow brinjals, you'll get brinjals. What goes around, turns around. So how does this law of karma work? Who am I? Soul. Where am I? In the material world. What is the situation? I am in the metal body, bound by three modes. Who is controlling time? Who is watching? Paramatma. So we act on desire. Everyone can see the screen. Huh?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
We have the desire, and based on our desire, material energy performs the execution after Paramatma sanctions it. It's important. We cannot do every action. We have only desire. But Paramatma sanctions, then material nature executes it. So, soul is the customer, material nature is the waiter. You say 2 puris, 2 idli, 1 pizza. Material nature supplies it. But if you don't have enough money, what happens? If you have enough money, you pay and go. If not, you have to go to pot washing. That's just a small example, actually. So these are the 3 different karmas: good activities, vikarma, bad activities, akarma, neutral activities. So what we will do, it's actually I have another class to give. We'll continue on this next week. It will give you a good summary, what we should do. We will mix with these verses of Bhagavad Gita. In conjunction with the Bhagavad Gita, we'll see this presentation and try to arrive at karma, so that how we can apply these laws in our lives, so that we become immune from the reactions of what actions we have done in the past and present. So thank you very much. We'll end it here. Only one point I want to tell is the assignment sent. Either we will send you a link where you can upload your assignments. You don't need to write elaborate answers. Keep it simple. The goal of this assignment is to you are giving me an impression. I understood that concept. You don't need to fill the pages. If you write up to the point, that is enough. And we'll send you a link there. You can upload. Clear? Any other question for 1 more minute? Otherwise, we'll end it. So we'll end it here and we'll continue next week.